Slow is pro. Welcome to another episode of Self-Employed Success Secrets Monday edition. On today's episode, we're going to talk about why moving slow will help you to pick up the speed in your life and make life a lot easier. So before we get into the meat of this video, please know this channel is dedicated to helping you become successfully, sustainably, happily self-employed. Okay. So what does that mean? Slow is pro. Okay. It means that pros go slow. Okay. This is a quote from a famous professional basketball player. His name is Kawhi Leonard, if you're familiar with basketball. And basically it just means pros operate at such a high level that their bodies are moving fast, but their minds are moving slow. They know exactly what they're gonna do. They practice it so many times. And this truly is a mark of someone who's a professional, who can work quickly, but not be rushed. There's a famous saying from the famous basketball coach, John Wooden. He said, be quick, but don't hurry. I'm gonna say that again, be quick, but don't hurry. Go fast, but don't rush, okay? Because when you rush, that's when you destroy things. That's when you forget things. You know, it's when you make bad decisions, is when you're rushing. When you're not led by the compass, you're instead led by the clock. And I'll probably make another video about that. And so just remember that though. But slow is pro. You know, there's another saying from a football coach, Mike Locksley. He's the current coach at Maryland. He said, do it right, do it light. Do it wrong, do it long. Okay, do it right, do it light. Do it wrong, do it long, okay? So basically, you want to be a pro in what you're doing, prepared, responsible, organized, okay? That's what a pro is. Are you prepared? Are you responsible? Are you organized, okay? But you also want to go slow. You want your mind to go slow, but your body to move fast. Your hands, when you're typing, to go quickly. The mechanics are quick, but the mind is very, very just slick, where it's just like, it's smooth, okay? There's no worry, there's no frustration, there's no consternation, you're not harried. You're just like, I've been here before, and like I said, the slowness, the calmness, really it's calmness. But just remember that, slow is pro. It's the calmness that comes with experience, that comes from experience, that helps you to be a better professional. So you can do the work slow. You're doing it fast in real time, but you're thinking about it slow. You're in the moment. You practice this mental moment, okay? You've done something so many times that there's a stamp mark on your brain of you doing it, okay? So that way when you're doing your task, you're in the moment, you're calm, you're confident because you've just done it so many times. You know, those repetitions, become your reputation. And so I just want to share that with you. Whatever you're doing, if you're a painter, if you're a carpenter, if you fix cars, if you own a shop, if you are a mental health therapist, whatever the case may be, going slow, taking things slow is the pro's route, okay? So that way you do all your work on time. And this really matters as the work begins to stack up, okay? Because if you're faithful in a little, you'll be faithful in much, as Jesus said. So you have to keep that in mind. And this really matters the more you start doing things, because you're like, this is really, it forces you to, because if you're doing a whole bunch of work and you mess it up for a whole bunch of different people, you're going to cause a bunch of stress and pain for yourself. That's why it's important to remember for yourself that slow is pro. You're doing the best, you're going to be at your best if you go slow. Now, this is counterintuitive to a world that's constantly telling us, hey, you need to go faster, you need to do X, Y, and Z. I'm telling you to go slower. Okay? Even the Bible says it. It says, acquaint yourself with him. Be at peace, go slow. Be at peace, be slow in your mind. And good shall come unto thee. It's Job 22:21. Okay? So you don't have to rush, you don't have to be frenetic, you don't have to be erratic in how you do things. Go slow in your mind, but fast in your body, okay? Because slow is pro. Here you go. All right? And just take each task, monotask. You probably haven't heard that word in a while, but monotask. A lot of people are always try to do many things at once. They get nothing done. They're a C plus at a bunch of things rather than be an A plus in one or two. So keep that in mind, okay?